now take...
Oh, aye, man. Picture of that, you know.
It's a recipe that we used to have in the restaurant, Cypriot chicken.
Today we're going to be reviewing a German wine, well, as it's properly pronounced, Riesling, from the Moselle area of Germany, which is in the sort of southwest corner. In Germany they have Qualitätswein, and they give another classification to Riesling, which is Pastourma wine, and they also, it's the grape, one of the grapes that goes into German sparkling wine.
Okay, so it's Riesling, so is
Riesling.
that... When we first met,
Yes.
I would never drink wine,
No.
right? I was kind of a Coca-Cola type of person. You started me off on...
Moselles.
So were they the sweet ones?
And what happened in that era, in the 80s, is German wine's got a bad name.
This sounds like a wine I don't think I'm going to enjoy.
This wine is from the Lucen brothers, and it's 12% ABV, a single grape variety that we put together in the kitchen with the chefs for the restaurant with separate flavours in it. So at the thick end here, what we will do is we will slice in carefully. Take another small piece of sausage, and then we're going to close it over, roll it.
So you're just going to sit that in the tray and then just do the exact same as that.
With the other three here, it's cold water, just like a water bath. Some new potatoes with the chicken. Potatoes are ready.
And
The mushroom.
some mushrooms being added. So now just add in the cream. Could the cream curdle at this point? Look at that.
Yep.
The pastourma and the halloumi in the chicken there.
Acidic finish. It's a lovely, lovely wine, and I think this is the business for it. You've got the cream here, you've got the sausage, and this has got the fruitiness, but it's dry.
Ooh! Ooh! See? Or
Bah!
cheers! Welcome to my channel and welcome to our kitchen. I am Andri and this is my husband Rico, who will be reviewing the wine today and also cooking up another delicious recipe. Before we get onto all of that, I invite you to subscribe if you're not already, and whilst you're there just press the notification bell, which will remind you every time I upload a video. If it's your first time tuning into my channel, let me just explain a little bit about my channel. It's basically a life channel. I vlog, I talk about all the things I love, which include wine and cooking. My husband is the chef in the kitchen, so he does the cooking most of the time, and he's also very interested in wines, being an ex-restaurateur. And today we will be cooking up a Greek recipe. It's a recipe that we used to have in the restaurant. We used to call it Cypriot chicken, and but I'll let Rico explain all of that. And we'll also be reviewing a dry German white. So Rico, tell us about the wine.
Well, welcome back everybody. As Andri said, today we're going to be reviewing a German wine. It's a Riesling, or as it's properly pronounced, a Riesling, and this particular one is German. It's a dry Riesling from the Moselle area of Germany, which is in the sort of southwest corner, called that because it's on the Moselle River. Slaty soil, and Riesling is 100% a white wine variety, and in Germany they give it different classifications in Germany, like the French. We talked about before with the French wines, they have appellation d'origine control for Burgundy, and a different one for Alsace, and a different one for Languedoc. In Germany they have Qualitätswein, which this is a Qualitätswein, and Qualitätsweins in Germany are normally trocken, which means dry, or half trocken, which means semi-dry. And they give another classification to Riesling, which is Pastourma wine, and that's sweet Rieslings. So with this one grape in Germany they make dry wines, medium wines and sweet wines, and they also, it's the grape, one of the grapes that goes into German sparkling wine.
Okay, so is Riesling, so is
Riesling,
that,
Riesling.
okay, is Riesling one grape? That's
Yes,
the grape?
that's the grape.
So it's just what, so this is not a blend?
Not a blend. Riesling is a grape.
Okay.
And it's a white wine grape.
Can I ask you one more question? I'm going to come on camera to ask you this. When we first met,
yes,
I would never drink wine,
no.
Right? I was kind of a Coca-Cola type of person. And so you started me off on
Moselles.
So were they the sweet ones?
Well, they went, first of all, the Moselle wines that you were drinking would not have been Rieslings. And what happened in that era, in the 80s, is German wines got a bad name because of the popularity. They had a great popularity, and they overproduced wines and added too much of them. They didn't allow the vines to mature enough into the season where they sweetened enough, or they were at a level they were getting picked, and they started adding too much sugars, and they messed about with the winemaking.
So is that the ones I started off with?
That's the ones, yes. That's the ones you started off with. But even at that time, there were certain vineyards in Germany that always produced good wine. But because of that era, with all these bad wines that they made, German wine for a while had a bad name. But now it's back, without doubt, and there are lots of good German wines. I normally don't buy a German wine, and it's a wine that I stopped buying. But I decided that we should try this Riesling because I thought it would go with what we're cooking today, because it's high acidity, it can handle strong flavours, and that's why I chose this wine.
Sounds like a wine I don't think I'm going to enjoy.
I think you will enjoy it. I think you will enjoy it. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, because you do like the wines from Alsace, which is on the German border, Alsace being in France, and it's on that border, and they've got a lot of this wine. It's close enough to similar characteristics. Alsace's most famous wine is Gewürztraminer, and that's a German grape as well, which has been growing in France. They grow Riesling seems to have taken to certain countries, and they grow Riesling in Australia, as well as in sort of Europe and Austria and Switzerland and Croatia and places like that. They grow Riesling in Australia, and it thrives in North America and the USA. It thrives in the USA. Let's have just a wee look at, that's the label here. It's a screw cap, as you can see. The wine, this wine is from the Lucen brothers, and as I said, it's a Qualitats vine, and it's 12% ABV, and it's a single wine variety, a single grape variety, which is Riesling. Looking forward to it. I'm going to put this in the fridge just to chill it down so it's ready for when we're going to dine. And another thing I would say about it, it's this sort of elongated bottle, like most of the Alsace wines. If you remember, we had some Pinot Blanc and Pinot Gris from Alsace, and they were in this long elongated bottle, quite noble. It's quite a noble bottle. Okay. As Andri said, today we're making what we called Cypriot chicken. To quickly get a bit of history about this particular dish, this was a dish that we put together in the kitchen with the chefs for the restaurant with Cypriot flavours in it. It's not Cypriot chicken as such, but that's what we called it for the menu. And basically our own invention in the kitchen. You'll all know things like chicken Kiev, where you fill a chicken with garlic butter, or you can put a chicken cordon bleu and put ham and cheese in it. And the recipes are endless. Putting sun-dried tomatoes, stuffing chicken with spinach. Well, in this particular dish, we put spicy Cypriot sausage in the chicken and halloumi cheese from Cyprus. So these are the halloumi cheese and the pastourma are the Cypriot ingredients.
Okay, so the ingredients are...
Okay, we're going to have chicken. We've got the halloumi and the pastourma, which we're going to stuff the chicken with. And we're going to make a sauce for it with mushroom and onion and tarragon and a little cream and white wine. And we're just going to have some plain potatoes and asparagus with that. We'll take one of these chickens. These particular chicken breasts or chicken fillets, because there's no bone on it, are quite small, so I'm going to use 4 which would be ample for 2 to 3 people. Okay, so at the thick end here, what we will do is we will slice in carefully, but not to go right through, and just make this envelope. So in there is where we're going to put the sausage, a little bit of sausage, and then we'll put a little bit of the cheese, and maybe I think that might just take another small piece of sausage in there, and then we're going to close it over.
And that the flavours of the pastourma, which are lovely spicy flavours, all come through into the chicken.
If you give me 2 seconds, I'm just going to wash my hands, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this, and then I'll do it with the rest. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this chicken, I'm going to put it in a bit of cling film.
So that's the chicken now stuffed, sitting on the cling film, ready to be rolled. Just going to season the chicken while it's sitting on the cling film. That's some salt, some pepper, and again you're going to get a lot of the flavours coming through from the pastourma, which will flavour the chicken. What was that? Tarragon?
Tarragon.
Some tarragon. And I'm just going to roll up the chicken now in the cling film. And Rico was saying it's okay to put the cling film in the oven as long as it's wrapped in foil. So that's it, all wrapped up now.
Well, at the end of the day, it's the same as using a water bath, and people put it in the bags and the envelopes, and they seal them. There's no air in them. It's the same idea.
Rolling it up in the foil now, and there we go. She's going to continue doing the same with the rest.
We'll just put a bit of water in here. It's cold water, just like a water bath, right? And then we'll just put them in the oven.
So they're just going to go into the oven now, and they're just sitting in some cold water. So they're going in for how long?
About 20 minutes at 190 degrees. Then we're going to have some new potatoes with the chicken and some asparagus. So I'm just going to get the potatoes on now as well.
Well, these are the AMC pots that we use, so we're not filling the pot with water. Of course, at home you can fill the pot with water, steam them. We've just kind of sprinkled the potatoes with some water, which creates steam in the pot. And that's it, just going to let them steam. The pot is just put in the asparagus, sprinkled some water, and just going to cook them off. Just got the frying pan in now. Rico's just adding some vegetable oil to the pan. So what you're doing now is making the sauce.
I'm going to make the sauce for the chicken.
Okay. That's the onions now being added to the frying pan. So you're just frying these until they're...
Just going to till they're translucent. I'm going to add the mushrooms. Just a few minutes, just to soften them slightly. So we're just frying off the onions just now, and we're not going to colour them in any way. And then we're going to add the mushrooms. We want the sauce to be, it's going to be a white sauce, so we don't want colour in the onions or the mushrooms.
So that's why you said you want them translucent, yes. Right? So you can see now the onions are starting to become translucent.
And we'll add the mushroom.
Some mushrooms being added to the onions and the vegetable oil. This is a slight variation to the one we used to do in the restaurant.
We did put mushroom and onions in the sauce. At the time, the first couple of times we sort of made it, when we were testing it, we did. And then it was decided that we just use the tarragon and the cream and create a white sauce that way. Obviously putting a bit of stock through the cream as well. And that's why we went that way, because there was other dishes on the menu that had mushrooms and onion with them. And not everybody likes mushroom.
Just adding some seasoning to the mushrooms, onions and vegetable oil. So that's the salt, and now some pepper. Now adding the tarragon, a pinch, 2 pinches.
Half a teaspoon, because it's dried, so it's quite powerful.
Adding some...
Going to add about maybe 2 tablespoons.
So about 2 tablespoons of white wine. I'd like to add, that was my Sauvignon Blanc that just went into the pan. So Rico's just going to reduce that down now. Rico today has decided to use Scottish soured cream, which is specifically for spooning and cooking, but you can use double cream. So now just add in the cream. Again, if you're on the keto diet, this would be a perfect dish for the keto diet. Could the cream curdle at this point? Could that happen?
Well, only if the heat's too high. Only if the heat's too high. Don't you put it too quick.
It looks good.
It shouldn't.
So Rico tasted it, felt it needed more seasoning, so add in some salt and pepper and more tarragon to the sauce. So again, it's a matter of taste. Taste your sauce and just decide for yourself what it needs or what your favourite flavours are to come. That's the chicken just coming out of the oven, and Lily in the background has to get her wee bit in. So that's Rico just taking the foil off the chicken. This is where you need to be careful because it's quite hot. And that's what the chicken looks like.
Still got the cling film round it, don't forget.
There we go. Cling film still on. So the cling film is now coming off. And the chicken isn't going to have any colour, obviously, because it's been in the...
See this wee bit of juice that's in here? That's off the sausage and everything.
Okay.
Put some of that in there.
Okay, so any juice that's come off...
Just a wee bit, just to cut that cream up a wee bit.
Because Rico felt his cream, the sauce here was a bit too thick for his liking, so he's adding any juices that are in the chicken into the sauce. And when I say juices, not the water, the juice that's come off the chicken in the actual cling film. So you're just basically slicing the ends off.
Yep.
Okay, so sauce goes in first.
Mm-hmm. Just cut the chicken.
So you can see the pastourma and the halloumi in the chicken there as Rico has sliced it. So that's why you cut off the ends, so the chicken sits like that on the plate.
On the plate, yep. Okay, and then we'll put some veg on it.
So with this, you know, you have to taste. So what you do with those ends is you go, I can get the flavour of pastourma through it. I'm not going to review it yet. So there we go, you can see the pastourma and the halloumi in the chicken there. Rico's now just adding the potatoes. And the asparagus. And then drizzling some more sauce over the top.
Et voila!
And voila! And how good does that look?
And now all you need is some Riesling, or Riesling, should I say.
Okay, Rico has a plated. This looks almost too good to eat. So Rico, tell us about the wine.
And I'm looking forward to this. So, as I said, it's a screw top, and put a taster in there.
Another short measure.
It's only to taste.
Okay.
smells very fruity. Sort of peary.
Peary as in pear?
As in pear, yes. That was a set of pear. Lots of fruit taste in the mouth. If it's pear or apple, acidic finish. It's a lovely, lovely wine, and I think this is the business for it. You've got the cream here, you've got the sausage, and this has got the fruitiness, but it's dry, and it will handle this meal beautifully. I think it will go well. Why don't you have a wee taste?
Okay, so do I have to taste my wine before my...
Do whatever you want, honey, but I think that's the better way of doing it.
Ooh! Ooh! No, that's very different. This is definitely full of character. Yes, I get acidic.
Yes.
Acidic, is
yes,
that what you said?
yes, yes.
I do get that. But
acidity.
I do get the acidity, but not in that soury way.
No.
Fruit, not really getting fruit, but I do think it is strong enough to compete with the flavours of the pastourma, which I'm going to taste now. So there's some pastourma there. I'll just get a bit of the sauce just to see. It's been such a long time since we've had this. You haven't made this at home for a while. Absolutely delicious. Of course, the pastourma does overpower the chicken. That's where the flavour comes in. I think overpower is the wrong word, actually. I'm just going to taste some wine now. Definitely complements it. I'm really surprised at this wine. Yep.
Good.
It's actually a nice wine. I would have this instead of my Sauvignon Blanc.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. I think it's a lovely wine as well.
What was the price of this? How does it compare to
I
other
don't know what
wines?
it was. It was £8 or something. You get they vary between sort of 7 and 12, 13, 14, 15 pounds.
It's not a fruity wine, Rico. I'm not getting fruity from it at all.
I get the fruit. Certainly when you taste it, you get that initial zing in your mouth, and I think that's the fruit, and then as it goes down you feel the acidity as it goes down.
It's really...
I'm going to say something about this. I'm going to say
nutty.
something about this wine, right? People talk about a taste in this wine being petroleum. Now,
Is that not petrol?
well, is it petrol or is it more like what you would put in an old sort of heater in the house when they used to burn petroleum?
Not at all.
Well, there you go. Anyway,
It's
I would like to taste my dinner now as well, so cheers.
And we'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.